Before we begin, take a second to like this video if money stress ever made a new year feel overwhelming. That small action helps this video reach people who quietly worry about finances but rarely talk about it. Leave a quick comment sharing which state you're watching from, because money pressure feels different across America today. If calm, realistic conversations about money help you feel more in control, consider subscribing for future videos like this. As 2026 approaches, many people promise themselves financial change, but secretly fear nothing will truly improve. You work hard, earn a decent income, yet still feel one unexpected expense could knock everything off balance. This video is not about getting rich quickly or chasing risky financial trends online. Instead, it is about building financial strength so you enter 2026 feeling steady, prepared, and mentally calm. Financial strength does not come from luck, intelligence, or suddenly earning far more money. It comes from having a clear structure that guides how you plan, save, invest, and protect your money. Without structure, even high incomes can feel fragile when inflation, layoffs, or emergencies suddenly appear. Over the past few years, many Americans learned how quickly financial stability can disappear without warning. Rising living costs, higher interest rates, and job uncertainty changed how secure middle-class life feels today. That is why starting 2026 financially strong requires preparation, not optimism or hoping things magically improve. Today, we will walk through 4 simple pillars that create real financial stability for ordinary working people. These pillars are planning, saving, investing, and protecting, and they must happen in the correct order. Skipping or rushing any pillar weakens the entire structure, no matter how good the others look. Think of your finances like a house that needs a foundation before decorating or adding expensive features. If the foundation is weak, every future improvement becomes stressful, unstable, and emotionally exhausting. By the end of this video, you will know exactly where to start strengthening your finances for 2026. To understand why preparation matters, we need to look honestly at the financial reality facing Americans today now. Over the last few years, prices for housing, food, insurance, and healthcare increased faster than most wages nationwide. According to government data, many households earn enough on paper yet still struggle to build savings consistently today. This gap between income and security leaves people anxious, reactive, and vulnerable to unexpected financial shocks each year. Many assume the solution is earning more money, but that belief often misses the deeper problem entirely today. The deeper problem is approaching money without a clear order of priorities guiding decisions during uncertain economic times. Without a plan, people react emotionally, spending impulsively or freezing when important choices appear during stressful financial moments. This emotional reaction cycle quietly drains wealth faster than any single bad investment ever could over long periods. That is why the first pillar of financial strength is planning, not saving or investing yet alone initially. Planning gives your money direction, preventing it from leaking away through small, unnoticed daily decisions over time consistently. A real financial plan is simple, realistic, and designed to survive real-life disruptions without constant stress reactions. It answers basic questions about income, expenses, goals, and potential risk before problems appear unexpectedly later in life. For example, knowing exactly where your money goes each month instantly reduces anxiety and improves decision-making confidence daily. It becomes easier to say no to unnecessary spending when priorities are already clearly defined in advance mentally. Planning also prepares you emotionally for setbacks, preventing panic when income temporarily changes due to layoffs, illness, or transitions. Without this preparation, even minor disruptions can feel catastrophic and overwhelming for otherwise responsible, hardworking adults today nationwide. That is why financial strength always begins with clarity, not courage or aggressive action during uncertain economic periods. Once planning is in place, the next pillar focuses on creating safety through saving before taking further risks. Saving is not about deprivation, but about buying yourself time and mental peace when life becomes unpredictable suddenly. Without savings, every unexpected bill becomes a crisis that forces rushed, expensive decisions under emotional pressure, fear, and stress. An emergency fund exists to absorb shock so you do not sabotage long-term plans during crises unexpectedly. Most financial mistakes happen not from ignorance, but from panic when there is no cash buffer available nearby. Experts generally recommend saving 3 to 6 months of essential expenses for emergencies, according to major financial institutions today. This money should sit somewhere safe, liquid, and boring, not exposed to market swings during stressful periods unexpected. Once savings create stability, investing becomes less frightening and more rational for ordinary people over long time horizons. Investing protects your purchasing power against inflation slowly eroding cash held idle over years and decades ahead financially. You do not need complex strategies or constant trading to benefit from long-term investing as a beginner. Simple, diversified index funds historically helped millions grow wealth without guessing market timing or chasing headlines online constantly. However, investing before building savings often backfires, forcing people to sell at worst moments during sudden emergencies financial. That is why saving comes before investing, even when markets appear attractive or exciting to impatient beginners everywhere. The final pillar, protection, is often ignored until a single event causes devastating consequences for entire families financially. Protection includes insurance, beneficiaries, and basic estate planning that shields loved ones from chaos during crises and uncertainty. Without protection, years of disciplined saving and investing can disappear after one accident or unexpected illness strikes suddenly. Health issues, disability, or death create financial stress when systems are not prepared for real-life scenarios adequately. Protection is not pessimism. It is responsibility toward yourself and people who depend on you financially and emotionally. When all four pillars work together, money feels calmer, clearer, and far more controllable throughout uncertain seasons ahead. You stop reacting to headlines and start making decisions aligned with your long-term goals and values consistently. Financial strength means fewer sleepless nights and more confidence navigating whatever 2026 brings to your household, financially and mentally. You may not control the economy, but you can control your preparation and habits, starting today with intention. If this framework helped you think differently, share it with someone preparing for 2026 who needs calm guidance. Let us slow down and revisit planning, because this step quietly determines how strong everything else becomes later. Planning starts by clearly listing monthly income sources and fixed expenses without judgment or emotional reactions attached. Seeing the full picture on paper removes confusion and replaces vague anxiety with concrete, manageable information immediately. Next, you identify realistic priorities, separating what truly matters from habits that quietly drain resources every month. This clarity allows intentional spending, where money supports values instead of disappearing through convenience and routine impulses. Planning also includes identifying financial risks like job instability, health concerns, or upcoming large necessary expenses ahead. When risks are acknowledged early, solutions feel practical instead of overwhelming or emotionally paralyzing during difficult moments. Many people avoid planning because it feels restrictive, but structure actually creates freedom and confidence over time. With a plan, saving stops feeling random and starts feeling purposeful, measured, and emotionally rewarding consistently. Even small savings feel meaningful when they clearly support stability rather than vague future hopes alone. Consistent saving builds trust in yourself, reinforcing the belief that you can handle setbacks without panic. This trust becomes critical when markets fluctuate or unexpected life events challenge your financial confidence suddenly. Investing then becomes a logical extension of stability, not an emotional gamble driven by fear or excitement. Long-term investing rewards patience, consistency, and discipline far more than clever predictions or frequent trading activity. You are not competing against others, only against time, inflation, and your own behavioral mistakes financially. Protection quietly supports everything by preventing rare but severe events from destroying years of disciplined effort. Insurance and basic planning turn potential disasters into manageable disruptions rather than life-altering financial collapses. Together, these pillars transform money from a constant stress source into a tool serving your life. Financial strength feels quiet, boring, and stable, yet incredibly powerful during uncertain economic periods like 2026. In the final minutes, we will tie these ideas together into clear next steps you can apply immediately. Now, let us translate these four pillars into practical steps you can realistically begin before 2026 arrives. Start by scheduling one quiet hour to review finances calmly without distractions, judgment, or pressure to fix everything. Write down income, essential expenses, debts, and savings balances exactly as they are today, not idealized numbers. This honest snapshot becomes your financial baseline, replacing vague guesses with clarity that reduces stress immediately. Next, choose one small improvement that feels achievable, like tracking spending or automating a modest savings transfer. Small, consistent actions build momentum, while dramatic financial changes often collapse under real-life pressure and fatigue. As savings grow gradually, direct future income increases towards stability first, not lifestyle upgrades or impulse purchases. Once stability exists, investing contributions can increase slowly, aligned with long-term goals and personal risk tolerance. Avoid comparing your progress with others because financial journeys vary widely based on timing and responsibilities. Focus instead on consistency because steady habits outperform occasional bursts of motivation over long periods financially. Review insurance coverage and beneficiary information yearly, especially after major life changes like marriage or children. These simple reviews prevent unnecessary financial confusion and emotional stress for loved ones during already difficult moments. Financial strength does not remove problems, but it dramatically reduces how severely problems impact your life. Prepared people recover faster, think more clearly, and avoid costly decisions driven by fear or urgency. As 2026 begins, confidence should replace anxiety when you think about money and future responsibilities. That confidence comes from preparation, not predictions about markets, politics, or daily economic headlines online. You cannot control every outcome, but you can control systems, habits, and responses to unexpected change. Financial strength is built quietly through ordinary decisions, repeated consistently when nobody is watching closely. If this video helped clarify your next steps, take a moment to like and support the channel. Subscribe for future videos focused on calm, practical strategies that help build lasting financial stability. Before closing, let us briefly revisit why starting strong financially matters more than chasing short-term wins today. Strong financial foundations reduce stress, protect families, and create flexibility when unexpected changes disrupt normal life circumstances today. Without preparation, people often sacrifice long-term goals just to survive temporary financial pressure during uncertain economic periods. With preparation, setbacks feel manageable, decisions feel calmer, and recovery happens faster than expected during difficult financial moments. The goal is not perfection, but progress that steadily improves your position year after year financially over time. Even modest progress compounds emotionally, creating confidence that spills into other areas of life over time consistently forward. When money feels controlled, relationships improve, stress decreases, and future planning becomes less intimidating for most people today. That sense of calm is the real reward behind planning, saving, investing, and protecting intentionally over long term. You do not need to master finance, only commit to basic principles applied consistently over many years ahead. Complex strategies fail when fundamentals are ignored, rushed, or built in the wrong order during stressful financial periods. Strong years financially are usually quiet, boring, and built through discipline rather than excitement or dramatic risk-taking. If you want 2026 to feel different, your preparation must look different, starting now with intention, patience, discipline. Small steps taken early provide far more power than desperate changes made too late under financial pressure situations. You deserve stability, not constant anxiety when thinking about money and your family future security goals responsibilities ahead. That stability begins with decisions you make quietly, long before emergencies force your hand unexpectedly, financially, emotionally, suddenly. If this message resonates, consider sharing it with someone who feels uncertain about 2026 and future finances today. Talking about money openly can help others feel less alone and more empowered during challenging economic times ahead. Preparation is not fear. It is confidence expressed through thoughtful action taken consistently, deliberately, calmly, over time, ahead. Thank you for spending time here and investing attention into improving your financial future with patience, intention, purpose. Let us continue building strength together. One calm, intentional financial decision at a time for long-term stability. Now that the framework is clear, let us summarize the 4 pillars one final time together before moving forward confidently. Planning creates clarity, helping you decide where money should go instead of reacting emotionally later during stressful situations. Saving provides breathing room, giving you time to think clearly when life interrupts income unexpectedly or expenses suddenly. Investing allows your money to grow steadily, protecting purchasing power against inflation over many years ahead, consistently patiently. Protection shields everything else, ensuring one emergency does not erase progress built patiently over time for families involved. Together, these pillars form a system that supports calm decisions even during economic uncertainty and volatility cycles ahead. Systems outperform motivation because motivation fades while structure remains dependable during difficult seasons financially, emotionally, mentally, long term. If you remember only one idea, remember that order matters more than speed with money decisions over time. Rushing ahead without foundations often creates stress, regret, and setbacks that take years to undo financially, emotionally, mentally. Moving deliberately may feel slow, but it builds strength that compounds quietly every single year over time ahead. As you plan for 2026, focus less on predictions and more on preparation. You control daily consistently, intentionally. Preparation works regardless of elections, markets, or headlines because it strengthens your personal position financially, emotionally, long term. This mindset shift turns anxiety into action and confusion into calm, practical steps forward over time consistently ahead. You do not need permission to start improving your finances in small, meaningful ways today, right now, intentionally. Every thoughtful decision you make today slightly improves your position for tomorrow, financially, emotionally, long term ahead, consistently. Those small improvements accumulate, creating resilience that protects you during future uncertainty and stress cycles ahead, financially, emotionally. By committing to this framework, you give yourself the gift of steadiness entering 2026 with confidence, clarity, control. Steadiness allows better choices, stronger relationships, and healthier conversations about money over time with others, consistently, calmly ahead. Thank yourself for taking time now to prepare, rather than hoping problems solve themselves later without action taken. This is how you start 2026, financially strong, steady, and ready for whatever comes next with confidence intact. As we wrap up, take a moment to reflect on how your relationship with money has felt recently. If finances have caused stress, confusion, or quiet worry, understand that you are far from alone today. Many responsible people struggle not because they are careless, but because no clear structure guides their decisions. This video was designed to replace confusion with a simple, repeatable framework anyone can realistically follow. You do not need drastic changes overnight, only steady improvements applied patiently over time with intention. Starting small builds confidence, and confidence fuels consistency when motivation naturally fades during busy life seasons. Each pillar supports the next, creating balance instead of pressure to do everything perfectly immediately. When balance exists, money becomes less emotional and more practical, predictable, and supportive of daily life. That emotional shift often matters more than any spreadsheet, budget, or financial app you might use. Calm thinking leads to better choices, and better choices gradually reshape your financial future positively. As 2026 approaches, preparation gives you options, flexibility, and resilience when unexpected situations arise suddenly. Options reduce fear because fear thrives when people feel trapped with no alternatives available. Financial strength is not about impressing others, but protecting your peace and supporting those you love. This mindset helps you ignore noise, trends, and unrealistic promises that distract from real progress. Progress may feel slow, but slow progress consistently applied beats rushed decisions driven by pressure. Over time, these calm decisions compound into stability that feels empowering rather than restrictive. If you found value here, staying connected helps reinforce these habits through future conversations together. New videos will continue breaking down money topics clearly, honestly, and without unnecessary complexity or hype. Your financial future is shaped more by habits than headlines, more by systems than sudden events. Thank you for being here and choosing preparation, clarity, and calm as you move toward 2026. Before leaving, pause and honestly consider which of the four financial pillars feels weakest in your life currently. Identifying one weak area helps focus your energy instead of feeling overwhelmed by everything at once financially today. Improvement does not require fixing everything immediately, only choosing one clear next step deliberately today with calm intention. When people attempt changing everything simultaneously, stress increases quickly, and motivation often collapses completely under real-life pressure. Choosing a single focus creates momentum, making progress visible and emotionally rewarding, earlier than expected for most people. Momentum encourages consistency, and consistency matters far more than intensity when building long-term financial strength over time. If planning feels weak, begin by tracking every expense honestly for one full month without judgment or excuses. If saving feels difficult, automate a small weekly amount to create progress without relying on willpower alone consistently. If investing feels intimidating, focus on understanding fundamentals rather than chasing returns or predictions online driven by hype. If protection is missing, review insurance coverage and beneficiary details to reduce unnecessary future risks for your family. Each small step reduces uncertainty and steadily increases confidence across all areas of your financial life over time. Confidence grows quietly when actions align with long-term intentions instead of short-term emotions during daily decisions. Over time, this alignment transforms money from something threatening into something manageable and predictable for everyday financial decisions. Managing money well is not about intelligence, but about systems supporting you during stressful moments when pressure rises. Systems protect you when emotions rise and clear thinking becomes unexpectedly difficult during urgent financial situations without preparation. This is why preparation must begin before emergencies force rushed and expensive decisions that damage long-term stability. Starting now gives you an advantage many people delay until circumstances remove all choice through inaction or fear. You still have time to strengthen your financial position before 2026 fully unfolds with intentional, steady actions now. The calm you build now will support you through whatever challenges appear later in life and finances ahead. Start where you are, use what you have, and take the next steady step today with confidence and patience. Before we finish, let us connect everything into a simple closing message you can remember easily going forward. This framework works because it respects real-life limitations, emotions, responsibilities, and imperfect human behavior over time consistently. Money improves when systems replace willpower and discipline replaces hope during uncertain financial environments and stress cycles ahead. You do not need motivation every day when structure quietly guides decisions automatically without emotional exhaustion or burnout. That is why calm, boring financial habits often outperform exciting strategies over long periods of time consistently ahead. Entering 2026 financially strong means fewer reactions, more intention, and better sleep at night for you and family. Strength does not announce itself loudly. It feels quiet, steady, and reliable during uncertain seasons ahead. Financially, emotionally, if you apply even half of this framework, your future self benefits enormously with reduced stress levels ahead. Progress compounds quietly while attention is focused on daily life responsibilities and consistent financial behaviors over time steadily. This is how ordinary people build stability without shortcuts luck or extreme risk-taking consistent, patient steps forward. As you move forward, remember that preparation always beats prediction in money decisions. Long-term planning, consistency, discipline. Predictions change weekly, but solid systems support you for years regardless of circumstances. Markets, politics, headlines, stress cycles. This mindset protects your confidence even when outcomes temporarily disappoint, and plans require adjustment without panic. Fear over reaction. Financial strength allows flexibility, choices, and dignity during difficult moments in personal economic life situations for families everywhere. That dignity matters far more than numbers on a screen during stressful life events and transitions ahead unexpectedly. Thank yourself for choosing preparation instead of avoidance at this moment, because action changes outcomes over time consistently. Few people take this pause, and it gives you quiet advantage over future financial decisions and stability ahead. Carry this framework with you as a guide, not a burden through coming financial years with confidence, calm. Apply it patiently, imperfectly, and consistently as life unfolds because progress is rarely linear, but still meaningful long-term. This is how you truly start 2026 financially strong, with clarity, stability, and self-trust intact for life.